Now that brings me to the next question to you, Jayati. Given this blended workplace, how do we in HR ensure that our teams are thriving rather than surviving in the new environment?
Thank you. Thank you, Sriharsha, for calling us and putting us all together. I think this is an interesting subject that we are talking and right happening as we talk. Uh, Team thriving and survive rather than surviving is very, very critical, and it's top priority for all of us on this panel. If I just look back a little, I mean, a few years back, you said, Bisharup, 2 years back, 2018, you said, I'm looking back a little longer than that. I'm looking back to, I think, 2009, 10, when many services organization had started working on remote. So there was some agenda around 20, 30% working, and especially in the services side, working remotely for a few days of the week. Unfortunately, I would say in India, it did not take off very well right then. We remember what kind of perceived notions we had around people working from home and being less productive, sometimes not effective. That was a big critical problem. Then we also had challenges around convincing our people to do online or virtual training. We've always loved the face-to-face classroom sessions, a nudge to our neighbor saying that how is the classes going on. So I remember there was we had to really bring people together for training sessions into one classroom. People travel, trainers travel, and the amount of spend we used to do, and those were situations that we could afford to spend. We could afford to make people travel and bring them all together. You could we could I come from a sales background, and I could never imagine doing a sales call without being in front of the client. So there were situations, have been situations just 5 months back when we believed in each one of these. Today the world has changed. COVID-19 has put us at a stop and has asked us to think, rethink, think out of box. And in this situation, it's most important for us to see how we continue to do business and make sure our team engagements are at its top. I think as we look into the future way of working, remember the worst thing to happen right now is leave our employees with an ambiguity, not knowing what to do. So in this situation, I would put four things in front of us as critical and important for us to do. The first thing being communication, and I'll park that a little, I'll come back to communication a little later. The second piece is very important, enabling the infrastructure, be it services, be it production. I mean, Philips has been in the essential services side as well. So we have to look into enabling the infrastructure. The third most important piece is processes and KPIs. Now, with this shift, with this change in way of working, we've got to relook at the processes and KPIs, and I'm going to talk a little more about it. And the fourth, and not I mean, this is like the most important piece, is employee well-being at the root of all of it. Coming back to communication, it's absolutely critical that we as HR folks enable a communication across globally, at region, within line of businesses, and within each team. So it's absolutely necessary that our managers are geared to do that communication on a regular basis with all their employees so that the touch points are really maintained and managed. Now, understand that it's all virtual. So we've got to gear ourselves to be able to do them virtually. So virtual town halls, enabling team meetings, asking that question to each one of our team members, how do they feel, is so important right now. Listening from them as to what they're going through. I've got to really call out that in this kind of a situation, there are heroes also within an organization who are at the front line, really operating with all the risks and are going ahead. So calling that out, bringing them to the forefront, giving them that recognition, giving is absolutely necessary at this time. Some of the things that we've been doing right now in this situation are understanding what is the doing. You spoke, Visharup, a little about Philips doing surveys, and we do it through chat bots. We're currently doing commitment surveys, engagement surveys, really getting into smaller teams to understand what level of commitments do they have. You know, so So all of these are really helping us being in touch with our employees on a day-to-day basis, which is the most important piece. I'll now go a little into working. We spoke about enabling infrastructure. I think our role is to bring all of them together: the facilities, the manufacturing setups, the crisis management team, all of them together to ensure that the infrastructure is better. There are standards, there are protocols being set up around that infrastructure. You rightly said again on the manufacturing piece. Philips has its manufacturing in India, in both Chennai and in Pune. We have a manufacturing across the world. Now we realize that some of these manufacturing centers are absolutely critical to support COVID-19 patients, and we redeployed people to enable those manufacturing at a higher production level than what it was earlier. Now, all of this requires rethinking of processes, and that's exactly what has been happening as we talk. Rethinking the entire process of work, rethinking, keeping in mind the safety piece. Now I come back into processes and KPIs. It's absolutely necessary to relook to make sure that all our business units, all our functions look into the KPIs and the processes of working. I'll give you a small example. The entire training piece has, of course, moved virtual, and I have been part of some of those training programs. They've been absolutely engaging. I mean, when we see the tools that are there today, the virtual rooms that we do, the kind of role plays that we do virtually, they're engaging actually. So it's thinking that requires out of box thinking to enable some of them. uh, I have been taking care of talent acquisition, and we've been doing onboarding remotely, which we thought that was never doable in the earlier scenario. We've just moved it to complete virtual onboarding across the world. I mean, I have candidates joining us from different parts, and we've been doing it very well. So one has to relook at each of our processes and make sure that we are able to continue the process with a rethink, processed fashion. And last but not the least, the employee well-being. Now, I've got to call out that the entire employee assistance program has always been not taken into with enough of what do I say, importance in an organization. It's time that each one of us relook at it, relook the need for it, engage our employees so that they take those benefits that are available to our employees, and really work on those engagements. Employee assistance program has been of huge value to us. Building that emotional resilience with our employees is absolutely necessary, and I think part of it is our role to enable that resilience amongst our employees.
Very well said. Thank you. Thank you. Bang on. Still blending is still trending, and employees